Welcome to episode 7 of the Kattzbros podcast. I'm George Katz.
And I'm Andy Katz.
And obviously today is a little different. There's no laptop in the middle because today we're just going to talk and we're just going to talk about life and quarantine and what we've done to keep ourselves busy.
But before we get into that, I just want to remind everybody again that you can follow us on all social media platforms at Katzbros Podcast, as well as watch this episode and previous ones on our official YouTube page, as well as listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Speaking of quarantine,
obviously, what have we been? Day, whatever.
I just know it's month. Let's see.
We're in June.
April, May. Yeah, today's happy June 1st.
Happy
everyone.
June 1st, everyone. But obviously, when this drops, it will be probably, June 3rd. Yeah. Because, we got to make sure it all looks good. We got to give our team an editing day, which I appreciate all they do for us.
Shout out to the unofficial at Katzbros Podcast behind-the-scenes crew. You know who you are.
I do really mean we do wish them everything because we are a handful to be with. Like, especially on editing days when we know it's not our job and we can get a little slap happy, I think.
Yeah. We have our moment. It's really not our fault. It's just quarantine.
Yeah. And while they're editing, we could be obviously distracting them, and we can definitely get on their nerves. So we just want to give them a big shout out for dealing with us because we are a handful. I won't say we're like preteen drama teens or any of that, but we are.
Because you're locked in the house all day. If this was normal, I'd just leave the house. I'd let them do their thing. Exactly. Go to the gym. We could ball up.
Obviously, can't do that.
Play a quick game of Kobe. AKA 24.
Can't do that. The rims are off. Like, it's unbelievable. Except, give a quick shout out to Heritage Park that have 2 basketball rims that I did use over the weekend with you. And
way to give away the location. Now we're never going to get another game in.
Yeah, if people want to go, go. I don't want them to be bored in the house. They can
They won't be bored. They can just listen to our episodes.
Well, a lot of people out there I probably might not like us, might not like our stances on things. So
they're lost.
They're lost, exactly. None of my business. But on a serious note, I hope everyone is staying safe out there during these crazy times in this pandemic era.
What a year! We're halfway through.
I literally just feel like I'm in a movie.
We made it. We made it to level 6 of Jumanji. 6 more to go.
I don't know what to expect next. I don't know.
Not good.
Yeah.
Peace, love, no war.
Exactly.
All right. I don't know. Speaking of quarantine, I don't know. I'm in a messed up way. I'm kind of getting the hang of this now. It's like just wake up, do your thing, watch TV, read a book.
Because we're in that routine. And the first
month
was obviously bad. Like that March, like that middle of March, maybe second time of the week, March.
Like that first week of spring break.
Yeah, that too. Like that, it's like hard because you're in your set routine. Like, okay, for us teens, okay, wake up, get dressed, go to school, deal with all that bullshit, come home. And I don't mean school, the education bullshit. I mean like social aspects and all that.
The teen drama.
Yeah, the teen drama and all that fucking bullshit. But I mean, you kind of like. And then when you learn the news, like, you're done, basically. You're on the coronacation break. And, like, in a fucked up way, you miss it kind of a little bit. Because, like, that's your life. Like, you're so used to it when it's kind of taken away by something you can't control. You're, like, addicted to it and you need it. But then you start a new routine, but you don't. That doesn't really click in that cycle to, like, I'll say for me, 2.5 months in. Like, obviously, we still had to go to school and, like, the Zoom meetings, which were, like,
they were all right.
They were all right. Can't complain.
We tried our best.
Exactly. You, obviously, being a teacher was probably rough. But that's my stance. It's just the whole routine thing now that I'm in my routine. And anyways, I probably would have been on summer vacation now. So I'm kind of used to it. I don't know what is going on in the Kattzbros household today. A lot of ruckus. I don't know. Probably Mama Katz probably cleaned the basement down there. Who knows? But
it's a sign, man. Quarantine. Expect the unexpected.
Exactly. I don't know. How about you? Like, what have you done to keep busy? Like, obviously, me as a teen, like, we've done
from the adult perspective.
Yeah, from adult perspective, obviously, teens, we still stay in contact with social media and video gaming and that aspect. But
let's see. Honestly, even though you're literally in the room next to me, I'll just spam you on Instagram and Snapchat. Still waiting for you to not leave me unopened.
If I'm gaming, It's a PSA. If you're trying to get a hold of me and I'm gaming, you will get the driest response, and I won't feel bad.
Okay, good to know.
But after that, if you want to talk, I'll give you the time of day if I'm feeling it.
I don't know. I just hear you next door. You either playing 2K or MLB The Show, and then depending on your mood, just depends if I give you a holler or not.
Yeah,
we played a couple good games. I mean, we've
on 2K,
we've tried to do like a best of 3 every night, and I don't know, man. I've lost my 2K touch.
But it gets bad when he's lost. He hasn't probably played like 2K like constantly since his high school years, which is what, 6 years now.
Oh, you're too kind.
2012.
Sure, you're too kind.
Okay, well either way, and I'm like, we're tying the series 1-1, and I have to sweat my ass off to win, and I literally result to being a sweaty man and going into a 3-2 zone just so I can beat my brother.
Who the hell plays defense in 2K?
Okay, really. I remember, let's see, 2K18.
Oh my God.
I think you're still in the hang of it. You're still playing, and that's when I was coming up. I was taking over.
I'm like a wrestling part-timer now. I just show up for the big matches.
Yeah, so we're playing. I don't know, the team's like Indiana. I had Indiana who couldn't shoot.
This is why, this is why I hate the 3 randoms, man. Because with my luck, I get stuck with dog shit teams.
Yeah. I think I might have had Indiana, or you definitely did because they could shoot and you were trying to shoot.
Is this when I still had it in my room?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, I think you know the story. And literally, I don't know, you missed a free throw or something. I grabbed the board. It was basically a game. I am focused, like ready to hit this free throw. All of a sudden, I basically get blindsided and body checked into this closet. I just hear my clavicle just like snap. Just like I feel crackles.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I do not recall.
Yeah,
this,
I do not recall.
Maybe in your dreams. Why would I attack you?
You're a sore loser at that point. That was you couldn't accept of giving up the throne of I play now.
That's great. When I was your age,
you were ready. You were ready accepted the.
You want to play best of 3 after this?
Yeah, I'll see. Probably.
All right.
If my clavicle's feeling up for it.
See if you know me. I did feel bad after.
I fucking hope so. I'm your younger brother. I really do.
I wasn't trying to hurt you.
Yeah, what were your intentions? Let's go back 2 years ago and get inside the mind of Andy Katz.
I just got pissed because I'm winning the whole game, and then some dog shit stuff that I can't control happens, and I was pissed. I'll be honest.
So you body checked your younger brother into your closet.
I wouldn't say body checked.
Shove.
You know how in wrestling when you hit the ropes and you guide them off?
Oh.
I was guiding you. I was guiding you into the ropes.
My ass.
I was calling the match.
All right, whatever. Call it what you want. I kind of miss those wrestling days when I was younger.
I miss when you were like 3 and I used to be able to Batista bomb you.
Dude, we had some
instant classics in this house.
Dude, I think we should dive into them for the fans to know.
Fair enough. All right, so let's see. I started watching wrestling in 2005. When John Cena and Batista were the face of the company. So obviously the finishers back then were John Cena's FU or
Attitude Adjustment, PG-13 or PG, whatever the hell Vince is in now. I don't even know.
All right, sorry. The Attitude FU Adjustment, and obviously Dave's was the Batista bomb. So you being the young sprout that you were back then, 2 years old, pooping diapers, I was able to lift you for the said Batista
bomb. In 05 was, I was 2, yeah.
Yeah, you were like 2. I remember, you want to talk about the incident, the glass incident, where we got a little hardcore?
Oh, so I'll tell it. He went...
Having another 5-star instant classic.
And our mine's 5-star. We don't know jack shit. It's fun. I'm laughing my ass off. I'm getting my ass beat. I don't care. I thought it was the funniest shit in the world.
Dude, I was just throwing you around, man.
Yeah.
What 2-year-old wouldn't love that?
Exactly. So all of a sudden, you went to Batista bomb me, and as you flipped me...
Oh, this is bad.
You didn't know what part of the bed you were in, and my heel... you have a light, and my heel hits the light, and the glass just shatters. So
I just hear the thud as you're coming down, and I'm like, oh shit.
So now we're basically in a fetal position until Mama Katz comes home to clean it up.
Yeah.
We don't want to move. We don't know where the glass is.
Yeah, so basically I lift him up, and as I go to slam him, like his heel or whatever catches, or his foot hits basically my light and breaks it. So as we're coming down, the glass is shattering. So me being the good older brother that I am, I cover him, and I'm freaking out because I'm like,
you're about to get your ass beat.
Yeah, well, not just that. I'm like 10, 11 at this point. And, I'm like, oh, my God. I'm happy I didn't kill you for one. And obviously, there's glass everywhere, so I don't want to move, especially for you. I don't know if it was in your eye or anything.
Yeah.
So we sat there for, close to an hour. So I'll never forget when Mom came home. She goes, boys?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. She goes, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Can you come upstairs?"
With
And obviously,
the broom and
yeah,
the
so confused.
pan.
Yeah, so we obviously, we I guess you could say we almost bladed.
Oh, I'll get to that story.
Oh my god!
I'll get to that story.
All right. Yeah, so that was one of many instant class. Don't forget about the Bobby Fish bump.
Oh, we'll get into all
right.
that.
So that was kind of like our first
Incident.
our first
Our
botch,
first botch,
our first
yeah.
botch.
While wrestling each other.
Yeah. So like I said, obviously we're covered in glass.
Yeah.
Mama Katz comes, cleans us up. I get yelled at.
Dude,
Of course, they're all worried about the young baby.
I mean,
as they should be.
Should.
All right, I felt bad, Dude,
I think I broken.
Cried myself to sleep that night.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I don't give a shit. I'm just kidding.
But the real question is like,
how many beds have we broken?
Beds have we broken?
Or like bed frames? I know we broke at least one. I'm pretty sure this one's still broken, but I know what's going to happen. I'm going to replace the frame and we're going to break it again. So between you and me, I'm not planning on changing that bed frame until I probably get married and move out. So we're just going to have an old broken down ring.
And then when you move out, I'm literally going to come in, whether your wife at the time or girlfriend, fiance, whatever the status is at that time, likes or not.
We can wrestle at the house as long as we put everything back at the end.
Yeah. As long as we don't break anything.
I know, even though we're dudes, we'll clean up after ourselves. Yeah. Unless somebody wants to start a GoFundMe page and build us a ring in our backyard.
If anyone this is my PSA. If anybody out there has a ring or knows they have a ring, please contact us or DM us
at kattzbrospodcast@gmail.com.
That's email.
That's our email, yes.
But if you want to DM us on social media at Kattzbros Podcast, please, I would love to have a match in a ring. I'd love. But besides the point.
So that was our first botch, broken beds, aka broken wrestling rings. Let's see, what you want to talk about when I taught you how to blade the hard way?
Okay, people obviously won't know what blading is in wrestling.
All right, let's give us a breakdown here on what's blading.
Blading is when the wrestler keeps a piece of blade, like literally a piece of blade, like a razor blade.
Actually, even before that. So the reason why you blade is for what? To get what?
To get color.
Which is another wrestling term, which means blood.
Blood. So they keep it, and if they do a crazy spot and they want to add more to it, they'll take this blade.
Or the blood capsule, but we'll get to that later. Yeah.
And literally cut themselves in their forehead. And some wrestlers might go a little too deep. There's some extreme ones where it's bleeding profusely.
Shout out New Jack.
Listen, New Jack is a crazy mother effer, bro. I never ask that man for offense. And offense, that means do moves on him in wrestling, especially if you're a rookie.
Don't ever ask a veteran to get offense.
Especially if it's New Jack.
Rest in peace, Eric Kulas.
Oh my! If you don't know what that is, Dark Side of the Ring on New Jack. Search it up on YouTube.
Probably hands down the funniest episode.
Funniest episode in season 2, hands down.
Shout out Dark Side.
But so blading, obviously you get color, the Crimson Mask, whatever you want to call it. But I had to do it the hard way. And twice in one match.
You asked me for some offense, that's why.
Doesn't matter. I want to say I was about 7 or 8 at this time.
We got like 4 or 5 years of wrestling experience under our belt here?
Yeah, without a ring, if you want to say that. This man introduces the pillow as a steel chair in the match. So he starts beating me. But these are pillows with zippers. When you zip it in the...
when you put the cover in.
Yeah, the cover
Let's just say, do you remember back at, was it Fyter Fest? When did Shawn Spears hit Cody over the head?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, the gimmick chair shot gone wrong.
Yeah.
We were basically the original Shawn Spears Cody gimmick segment.
I don't know how this happened with the zipper. But all of a sudden he's beating me.
Oh, I wasn't beating you, dude.
Okay, hitting me. I was telling more and more. I wasn't staying down, whatever.
I was trying to give you your heat for the comeback.
Yeah. So all of a sudden he cracks me in the face. Like, it's not going to hurt. It's a pillow. All of a sudden I got to go down. I cover my face like I'm selling with no fans, like a doofus that I am. But I really don't care. I love to sell. But all of a sudden I go like this. I'm bleeding now. The zipper somehow cut like the top of my nose here, like the bridge. I look. I'm like, what the fuck? How does this happen? So I basically throw out my own medical X for the medicals to come and check a wrestler out. Yeah. Go get stitched up, whatever. I don't remember if Mom was home at this time, but I know she was.
I think I remember getting yelled at again. So.
But was it for the first one or the second one? I think it was the second one.
I don't remember. I remember I got yelled at. So
I'm like, I get stitched up. I clot it, whatever, 5 minutes, whatever. I come back into his room like a moron that I am, thinking I'm a badass because I just bleeded. And I go,
I bladed.
let's go. I'm good. Let's finish the match. He's like, oh, okay. For some reason, he takes his bed sheet now. His bed sheet.
I remember
It just starts me. But this time he does it across my face. So it's bad enough I bladed on the bridge. Now it's on the inside. I don't know how. It's on the inside of my nose now. And that was bad. That was like a bloody nose.
Yeah, all of a sudden I look, I'm like, why are my blood sheets?
Yeah, now
bed sheets all bloody. And then I look over to him. I'm like, what the hell?
That's when I remember I'm like, Mom, I need you to clot this. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm crying.
The amount of hardcore matches we put our mother through. Good times.
She looks at the sheets with blood. She goes, what
the hell just happened?
Yeah. Obviously, we got yelled at, but
that's all right.
It was worth it.
Good times. I mean, even when we were younger, we would still call it. We would call it in the ring, so AKA the bed, because you were like so young, so you would literally like run around the bed and like you would just jump on me and you'd be like suplex, power slam. What about the Kevin Owens? Those were the best when you were still small.
Oh, and Kevin Owens.
Or I shouldn't say small, when you were still
like when I was 10 or 11 or whatever, 13. When
so,
like Kevin
Owens, powerbomb. Those are my favorite. I think that's how we broke the frame the last time.
First time.
Or the first time, yeah.
You gave me a rock bottom, but I wanted to sell.
I remember that.
But I wanted to, or a choke slam, something like that. But I wanted to sell the shit out of it. So I'm like, so literally, Andy doesn't know because I'm going up. So I literally go down. No, I literally go down like a squat position. I'm about to do a box jump. So I get so high in the air, I probably could have touched your ceiling with my hand.
Yeah, you had some air time.
And then you throw me down, but that's not good enough for me. So then I like springboard up to like flip with all my master. I just came back down to body drop. I just feel the bed.
You were trying to do the double sell, yeah.
Like how Rock used to sell stunner,
yeah.
And all of a sudden, I just hear boom, boom.
And keep in mind, what's right underneath my bed, or what's underneath my bedroom, as far as the house is laid out. We have the family room. So of course, everybody's in the family room and they can hear everything.
Yeah, you could hear it. And oh my!
I remember when I hit you with the rock bottom you sold, I just froze and I was just waiting for just to get yelled at. Yeah. And in unison, I hear, "Hey!"
Yeah. But that was the first time. The second time is when the pop-up powerbomb came into play, and this was
shout out Kevin Owens.
This was the stupidest idea we probably had.
Was it my idea or your idea?
It was probably my idea because I just love getting powerbombed for some odd reason.
You were like a little, you know how like dads throw their like little kids in the air, like that was my version, just with a wrestling spin on it.
But like this was dumb because I'm like probably 13 or 14. Like I got some baby fat.
You were moving up from light heavyweight to junior heavyweight.
I'm a fucking fat ass. All right, now I'm doing this move.
Fat ass massa hard cups.
Yeah, this is me right now. So I go in his bed, I jump on his bed, run again, going all the way down, so you could pop on me and then powerbomb me. So I go up. I got height on me. I'm dumb. So I do a little too much again. Where
just hit your head?
I'm gonna hit my head. so I'm trying to prevent that. So I tuck like this.
I remember. Yeah, you tuck to the side. That was bad.
I tuck like this because I'm an idiot. And then he catches me and power bombs me, and I don't have time to recover to adjust my neck and land properly without my neck being effed up on my shoulder. So I get power bombed basically like this. And the bed broke. On top of that, my shoulder and neck are just absolutely trash. But like, I got some baby fat on me. Just boom. Obviously, it was gonna break. It was gonna break. Like
we hit the middle too. So
yeah, square, nice impact. Like A+. Those some good shit in VKM words. But that broke, and I'm like,
oh my god,
wait, fuck it, we can't. We're gonna go for a third one. No, we're just gonna put books under it. We should put books under it.
Yeah. So my one side of my bed is literally being held up by old Greek school books. So shout out to Greek school. Should we talk about the infamous Bobby Fish bump?
That was the next spot.
Oh,
this was about a year or two ago.
This is where I finally take a bump.
So he has me in a chokehold, sleeper hold, but he's on my back. Obviously, if this was like fight or flight, you know what to do. Get up and flip on your other side. That's how you're going to break it.
So you take the bump.
But in this case, his bed's already pushed up, and how my brother's bed is, he's got like this, obviously, what is it called? The bed frame?
Yeah.
The bed frame, but it has edges. Because it's like
a little it's like a built-in nightstand.
Yeah. It's all in one. But the bed is pulled out now. And the edge is exposed. Like it's an edge. Like
yeah, it's like hitting It's like, you walk by and you hit the corner of a table, like that edge, pretty much.
Yeah, like this edge.
So instead of hitting the corner, I basically, you know what happens.
I'll tell it. So he gets me in a chokehold sleeper hold. I want to go reverse it, but for some reason he was on the side.
I was hanging off the bed pretty much.
But you were on the side where you're on like my left side where it's closer to the edge.
Yeah.
So I couldn't since I was already leaning that way. When I got up to do it, we're gonna go that way.
Our momentum takes
It's just
that
physics.
Way, yeah.
It's basic physics, gravity, all that good shit.
Now that's good shit.
So instead of going this way, I'm supposed to
your left.
No, on my right.
You're right. Yeah.
Since you're already on this side,
yeah.
I use this as my opening, and I didn't realize the bed was exposed until you were. I go up. Thank God you caught yourself because you were literally barely. His back or his neck was literally on the.
Yeah, so basically my tailbone.
Not even your tail, like right here, your neck, your vertebrae.
Oh, that's
your vertebrae right there.
See, I'm so scarred, I don't remember it anymore. It's like PTSD.
That was bad. Thank God he caught himself. Obviously, he gave me an earful because that was unsafe working conditions I was putting you in. Unsafe working.
And I changed the match. I was going over after that point.
Yeah, we've had even the bad dude
for a bunch of amateurs, we're pretty good, I think.
Like I feel like
even down here when we used to wrestle when you were younger in the family room, I'd spring you off the.
The couch could go back and use that.
And then you would jump on it, and then I'd catch you, flip you over my shoulders, hit you with the attitude adjustment.
Like I really feel like if there's a ring out there, if you just put us, I feel like we can draw. We'll draw.
We've seen enough.
Give me like a week to use that ring to hit the ropes,
time the ropes and the bumps,
and get my body acclimated to doing the back drops.
I'd have a match with you.
So really, shout us out. We'll come. I don't care. Florida, Arizona, Canada. I'll go. I'll be there.
I'd go to Canada. That's like the wrestling mecca. I'd be down.
I'll be there if you have a ring.
Shout out to all our Canadian followers.
Yeah. And Oshawa.
And Toronto.
And
Somewhere else.
We have France.
Yeah, shout out to whoever follows us in France too.
God bless your soul.
God bless all of our followers in general. I appreciate it. Because like I said, without you guys, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So we do it for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy.
But I was saying, even without a ring, if we use our bed, we'll fight in the pool down here by our house. I don't care. And the lifeguards.
That was the best. We used to wrestle in the pool when you were younger. Like every time I put you over my shoulder to powerbomb you, you'd always whistle me.
So
I'm
now
dude, it's cool. We're the best. We're the safest trained, untrained professionals.
Yeah. Literally, and as I got older, knowing how they were when I was younger, I'd have with the lifeguards. I'd be like, "Oh my God, please whistle me!" I'd put me on your shoulders. I'm like, "Whistle, please! I need help."
Yeah. Every time I try to get some offense, and he'd be like, "Oh, lifeguard!" I'm like, "Guys, my brother."
Yeah.
The best was when the people I used to go to school with, they'd be the lifeguards, and I'd be like, "Guys, what are we doing here? I'm just trying to wrestle." Good times.
Wrestling in the pool is hard.
Wrestling in the pool, it's a good workout for sure.
It really is, if you think about it.
You know how hard it is to get a cheap shot in the pool?
You have to go really under, and it's insane.
It's a good cardio workout.
I appreciate it. I'll do lunges down the pool.
my favorite is I used to throw you over my back, and I would do lunges up and down the pool. That was the best. And you'd be like, when you were younger, we used to go in the 5 feet area, you'd freaking out because you thought I'd drop you. You're like, I can't swim.
Yeah, when I was a midget, 4'4".
Well, yeah, it's okay. I wasn't gonna drop you.
Oh, good. I feel safe. Good to know.
I'm a safe worker.
Yeah, I'd like to think I am too.
I don't know what Jim Cornette would think if he saw this episode, but it's all right.
Yeah, James E. Cornette. He's
off his own, man. I love him. If I'm bored, it's a rainy day, I'll put on some shoot interviews and watch him.
He's hilarious. Especially the one with Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn for you guys if you have a conversation with him.
Who is Kevin Dunn for our viewers?
Goddamn WWE's executive producer that.
He's the right hand man, man,
Vinnie Mac.
Much, yeah. Speaking of Vince, there's Vinnie Mac and then there's Vince Russo, the one man. I shouldn't say the one man, but I feel like the man that James E. Cornette hates in this world. You get him talking about Russo, get some popcorn ready. It's good stuff. As VKM says.
Now that's good shit. I kind of got a segue off this episode where we're going to talk about life in quarantine, but we took you down the back some memory lanes. I hope you guys enjoy.
Gives more depth to who the Kattzbros are.
Yeah.
But, yes, we talked about wrestling. Obviously, we'll still wrestle here.
I don't think we wrestled in a while because I feel like we're just too big for the mess.
We'll get into grappling matches, quote unquote.
We had one 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, you want to talk about that one? How I kicked your ass?
That's false information.
All right. How did that one go? Okay. We were watching the first
Ferguson Gaethje.
Ferguson Gaethje. Yeah. So obviously, when we're in quarantine, so we got the itch.
It was like some.
As brothers, you always want to fight each other.
Yeah, we got to push the buttons.
Yeah. Will we really be brothers if we didn't,
like,
bust each other's balls?
For us, think about those memes where it's like how brother and sisters play, how sisters and sisters play, and then it's how brother and brothers play, and it's like
the wrestling ones. Yeah. That's basically us.
That's basically us. When we're not like doing like sports like throwing the ball around or basketball, that's us.
Yeah.
But the grappling match, as far as I could say,
this was great strategy on my part, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. With your mask.
Hey, excuse me?
Yeah, you heard me.
My strategy.
Sure.
My strategic wrestling.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell a story.
Okay, but just remember, strategic Greco-Roman wrestling.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's just say if we had Herb Dean or Big John McCarthy or even the one that Dominic Cruz says, what's his name, Keith Peterson, would have told you to stand up.
Well, we didn't, so you got a true warrior adjust to his surroundings.
No, it's called I had you in a guillotine for a solid 2 minutes.
And I got out of it.
Okay, because your big neck was slipping out. And then I tried to go for an armbar. And eventually you couldn't keep up with my cardio.
What cardio, man? Like, we've been in quarantine for 2.5 months.
You obviously had to resort to him literally just laying on top of me and just not even doing anything, just putting his knee into my ribs.
That's good strategy.
You're not doing anything.
We'll put it to a poll. We'll see what the people say.
If that was a real licensed Nevada State Commission fight, they would have told you to stand them up.
Well, it wasn't. So you know what?
Okay, whatever. That's not the point. So basically, after it was pretty much a draw because we both got gassed out. Well, personally, I was physically fatigued with his big old knee in the side.
Hey man,
I couldn't breathe for a half hour. Like when I was watching the co-main Cejudo and Cruz, I was coughing.
That was a really fast match. I don't know or fast fight. I don't know what you.
Okay, and I would say I regained my breath probably in the third round of Ferguson Gaethje.
Oh my God, they're gonna think I abuse you now. Great.
No, we were.
The better man won that night. That's all.
You did win. Did I tap? No. You gave up because we wanted to watch Cejudo Cruz. You really didn't win.
Do you want me to call Mama Katz down to throw the towel in?
She wasn't even home, I don't think.
Oh, that's awkward. What about Papa Katz?
He was probably sleeping, watching the Greek news.
It's all right, man. I don't blame him. He's a very simple man. He gets up, goes to work, comes home, eats. We chill for a little bit, goes to bed, and repeats.
There's no problem with that.
I didn't say there was. I think there's a problem. I feel like you think there's a problem with the decision in that fight.
There's no decision. No one's hand was raised.
I'm a champion. I raised my hand. Psychology. Keep not it.
Oh, sorry. We're doing an episode. Yeah, sorry. Boredom over here. All right, but
You're bored when I talk? Unbelievable.
Yeah, some of the shit that comes out of your mouth.
Like what?
What you just said.
The better man won that.
The better man won. I raised my head.
If you not see it in the championship rounds, every fighter, when the final horn sounds, they both put their hands up in victory.
That's great. So did I. I just don't parade like a moron.
I didn't parade. I just said I won. I shook your hand after.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I meant to. Sorry.
Yeah,
I had to go to the bathroom.
What else is new?
Man's gotta go.
Oh God, I love it. I love this. I love our banters.
Me too.
But getting back to actual life in quarantine. Should we even talk about life in quarantine? We should talk about life.
Let's talk about life. What about life?
You
read any good books lately? Bah.
I read articles.
That's good.
You know what I read? I read why I hate Scott Boras. Personally, for me, actually, I listen to it.
If you really want to know how much he hates it, check out episode 6, State of the MLB.
I clipped my Scott Boras, man. It's only 5 minutes long, and I think
it's 5 minutes of geniusness.
Picasso when he paints, like Da Vinci, all the great artists and musicians, Mozart, Beethoven. That was me.
You mean Mozart?
Yeah, him too. I was thinking about the running back from San Francisco. Who else? Who else am I missing? Edward Scissorhands.
Oh yeah,
there's more. There's more great. Just think of those. That was what
Andy Katz.
Oh no, that's what came out of my mouth. Pure art and how I felt about Scott Boras. Pure. Finito.
I'm so glad you don't have a self-esteem problem.
No,
thank God.
There's others.
I'm very proud of your humility.
Thank you. I feel like I'm very humble. I mean, I think people try and change me. They want change, but that if you change a person, isn't that fake? Isn't that being fake? Like we say, don't be fake, and then when somebody comes up to you and they're like, "Oh, we don't like fake people and all that." What's your stance on that? And they're like, "But you got to change. If you're changing for someone, isn't that fake?"
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't make sense.
I think you're just bored in your age group because you've been around so many older people that like you kind of know like how to separate like the bullshit from like what matters.
I can sniff bullshit from a mile away.
I know.
Smell it too. It's around the neighborhood. I don't know.
Which way? North, south, east, west? Which way is the wind blow? Which way is the bullshit wind blowing?
Oh, somewhere over there. Yeah. I don't know. None of my business. I stay out of it.
It's good, man. Live a
Yeah.
simple life.
Listen, live your life, live my life. Don't tell people how to live their life. Don't try and change people. It's simple as that.
I agree. God, you're such a philosopher at 16. I'm so proud.
Aristotle, Socrates. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that statement.
That cocksker.
I apologize if you guys think I have a ego problem out there. Those who watch this, I apologize.
Don't apologize. This is good shit.
There's others that might not think it's good shit.
Well,
not everybody has our views.
That's the beauty of this country. You're allowed to have an opinion.
I'm glad. My First Amendment.
Look at that. Knows his rights.
Intelligent. God. This is what quarantine has done to me. I sit in my room and I ponder and I think about the years and the youth I've given to this world. But I also think about the bullshit I've had to deal with. And I ponder and I just try to give it all in one injustice.
Wow.
I try to take the goods in my life and cherish those, and bad ones I try to recreate and make them into good ones, but some are just impossible.
I appreciate the fact you cherish me.
Same. I hope you cherish me too.
No, I fucking hate you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just do podcasts with you.
Big bet.
But for real though, best of 3 after this, I'd be down.
Yeah, if I'm up for it, yeah.
All right. Good shit. Good shit.
There's good shit in life. When life gives you lemons, you gotta squeeze the fruit out of it.
Who said that, Vince McMahon? Probably.
I came up with it on the Spotify, if you ask me. But yet again, like I feel like times have changed, like from the 6-year stretch when you were in high school, when I was in high school.
It's more like 8 years, but you're so kind. Yeah, man.
I'm not trying to age you.
I look beautiful.
That's all that matters. Like, realistically, am I wrong or am I right? Do you think times have changed since you were in high school and now that I'm in high school?
For sure, no doubt.
I'm talking about like the social aspect.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not saying everybody has their bullshit to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I think social media is definitely more present nowadays. Where I feel like when I was going, it was kind of like, I want to say like starting out, but it didn't really like hit its peak, I guess. You know, like I remember, I think Twitter came out when I was like a sophomore in high school, and I think like no one really used it obviously to like the extent that they do now.
But I feel social media could also be like the devil within friend groups.
Oh, 100%.
Like it tears down.
100%. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like it's just such a tool that like if just not used properly. Yeah.
God,
oh my
damn.
God.
Twin telepathy. We're not even twins.
Woo! Too sweet me.
Yes, brother. What can I say?
But no, like you were saying, yeah, like it's a tool, but depending on like how you use it, like you know, it could obviously, I don't know, it could be a good thing or a bad thing, you know. Like you said, it could like tear people apart, but whatever. It is what it is.
Rough. I feel like
just don't feed into the bullshit, you know. Just be you.
But I also feel like, never mind. You're right. I agree with you.
You know, I mean, yeah, it's there, and like people want to use it, great. But then just don't be shocked if
it comes back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah, not even that. It's like don't be shocked if people don't want anything to deal with you after.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Like I said,
like
that's just my opinion.
When you go walk into a room with people there, be life to it. Like be exuberant.
Don't suck the life out of it.
Yeah, don't be a Debbie Downer.
Everybody in this world has their own shit that they're going through, regardless if they want to tell perfect. You. No, not at all.
You can act all you want, but deep down or in your past,
there's no such thing as being perfect. Yeah. Everyone's got their own shit and their own baggage. My philosophy is life is too short. Just be you. Exactly. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. If people don't like it, so be it. Not your problem.
Yeah, I agree. You're not gonna make everyone happy with the choices you make in life,
and the faster people realize that, especially I feel like people your age, I feel like the better off they'll be. It took me a while too, especially when I was your age. Like I don't know shit when I was your age.
But I feel it's just too different though. Like when you were in high school, like you didn't have.
I'll be honest. Like when I was in high school, obviously, like we went to school. The only thing I cared about was I'm going to basketball practice twice a week. I'm going to see the boys on the weekend after our basketball games. And that was about it. Like once basketball season ended at the church, and like we were in college and stuff, I was like, oh shit.
That was like the real world.
Kind of, yeah. And like all the tournaments we used to go to and stuff, it's like, looking back on it now, I wish I wish I cherished it more. Like, cause back then it was kind of like, I don't know, I want to say like you took it for granted, but it's like you knew like because like we all went like to the neighboring schools, so like all our schedules were pretty much the same. It's like. Obviously, we had our spring, like for me personally, like obviously like basketball tournaments like Detroit would always be like around spring break. So we were all kind of off at the same time. So we knew, okay, we're going to go to Detroit Friday, come back Sunday and basically just hang out that whole week and then, go to the next tournament. And just like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, don't take anything, like my life lesson here is don't take anything for granted and just cherish those moments. Cause like if I could go back to like when I was your age, I would do it in a heartbeat just to like not saying I have any regrets now, but like just to cherish like those just like those times where it's like you don't have a care in the world, you're just a kid. Like the only thing, like you said, the only thing you got to worry about is
enjoy the moment, live in the moment.
I was like I said, all I cared about at the time was obviously school because school is important. Yeah. But other than that, it's like I really had no. I mean, I had a job back then, but it's like every like high school job, it's a kickstart job.
Yeah.
So obviously you go to that, and then it's just like. All right, what do you want to do? You want to go play hoops? You want to hang out? Yeah. Like I said, we had our basketball games over the weekends. It's almost like we were always guaranteed to see each other at least 1 to 3 times a week. Now it's like,
whenever we get
now it's like growing up sucks.
Yeah.
Especially when you go to college, some people stay local, other people go out of state. So trying to just coordinate from that perspective, you're like, Jesus Christ, this sucks.
Like going back to like what you said about like cherish, be in the moment, like think about like with COVID coming and it obviously canceled this season's play-in tournaments and
like for you guys,
gonna wipe out Greek Fest. Hopefully it doesn't, but the way we're heading and like other activities in high school, like the baseball season,
the football season, whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying like now when Corona hit, like you see, I feel like
you lose your mind. I'll be honest.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you have the people you socialize in school, but part of like the Greek community when it comes to tournaments and Greek Fest, like you don't see those because it's like you guys are like all spread out and not in the same like near each other, and like those are the times you only see it, and like now it's wiped out. It's like it's hard. It's rough.
Now it's like it's like all right, when's the next time I'm gonna see you? And you just don't know because you still want to take precautions, obviously. Like you don't like even though like I said we're a couple months into this, you don't want to gather in masses because it is a real you should be cautious about it. Like you don't, it's hard. It's as easy as it is to kind of just, brush it off and be like, it won't affect me. Like, you don't know, man. You gotta,
I agree.
Even now, like I'll still wipe stuff down even when I go grocery shopping. Wash my hands.
It's the fear, dude. Like,
that's what it is. It's just, and who knows? I mean, if 30 years from now it comes out this was all just one big hoax, great, But I doubt it. But like I said. Just because we're not in the at-risk category, like you still gotta.
Yeah, you gotta take consider of others in your family,
right?
And not even just your family. Sorry, but like
just people in general, and just like be conscious. Don't be selfish. Yeah, it might not affect you. You might not have any underlying conditions, but
others might.
Yeah, so if the roles are reversed, you wouldn't want other people spreading it to you.
Yeah,
it's just common sense.
Yeah.
So
100% agree.
Yeah, I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, you stay at home. You can't go to the gym. You can't see friends. I get it, but it's like, all right, I'm going to suffer now for a little bit, and then hopefully long term, everything, quote unquote, goes back to normal. Does it suck not having sports? Yeah, but I don't know. Like you said, pick up a new hobby. You know, how do you think this podcast started? That was kind of,
it's a hobby.
yeah, even listening.
I don't want it even to be a hobby.
Well, not a hobby. It's like, you know, how everyone's like, oh, make new goals during this quarantine. Come out better. This is kind of like what we've invested in.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we post every day. That's why we spread the word. Like, if we didn't give a shit about this, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. Yeah. So, you know.
It's something, dude. Like, if
it's fun as hell, actually. This is kind of like my platform where I could just kind of escape
the real world.
All the crap that's going on right now. And just spend a couple hours with you and whoever, Zach, Garbus, whoever wants to come on. And just kind of, you know, go. This is like my new, for me personally, this is kind of like my new release. You know, there's no gym, there's no movie theaters we could go to. This is like my new release now. So, what about you?
I mean, I think you covered like all the nail, but like for me, like when people say if you, I forgot what I said, but it was like if you can't discover or like find a new hobby or like something new about yourself during this,
make yourself better.
Make yourself better. Then you're not taking advantage of Corona, because you should come out knowing something about yourself, like, or even a friend, like, you know, what they pick up, what they intrigue, like what's their hobby, a new hobby, like this person I wouldn't say is a new hobby. I would hopefully could make this into a lifestyle, but the grind is tough and you got to be committed and willing. I think we all are on everybody's parts, from us to everybody that supported us and people behind the scenes and all that.
Our amazing editing behind the scenes team, for sure.
And the support about people, but it's like
our fans, people that follow us on whatever platform they choose. Like, thank you. Like I said, we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for you guys. So keep it up. We appreciate the love and support.
Yeah.
So
it's a new take on life, as we have to, like, this is our platform to like express, kind of connect with people, like all over. Like the greatest thing about this, like obviously today we've told stories, like we're telling our backstories of what we used to do as kids, how we grew up, like why, like how our reasonings, our thoughts, our like kind of beliefs in a way, and like how we view life, how we want to live our life. And like I don't want whatever I say, I want to live my life not in a negative way. It's I'm telling you how I love to live it. This is how I live it. Am I outgoing? The people that know me, like my friends that know me, they see me on this, like they knew how I was, so they thought it would be exciting to see other people get to know me like this. Like, yes, do I enjoy going out, having fun, being exuberant, outgoing? Yeah, but now obviously it's all taken away, so
how do you adapt?
Exactly, it's all about adapting. You can't perish in the world. If you adapt, that's when you come out better. Yeah.
No, for sure. Like if we could take,
and if people in this world, like even the people that perish I feel like this sounds very ignorant, but they want to be you who adapt. People that adapt, but they don't know how, so they feel they want to tear you down. I feel there's a lot of people in the world that want to tear you down, want to change you into something you're not,
to make them feel better. For sure, 100%.
You change is not always changing a person. That's not right to do.
First of all, you shouldn't have to change anybody. That's the biggest red flag right there.
When people come to any of us, to me or you, and says, "Oh, actions speak louder. Do some change." Like, why would you say that to a person? That's them being fake. If they have to change to be around you, if you don't want to be around them, you don't have to. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, no one's holding you against your will. It's a free. Last time I checked, it's a free country.
Exactly. If you be with people you feel comfortable with, like that, you're not peer pressuring anything. That you're you. You get to express who you are. I think that's what everybody in the world should do when it comes. Especially, it's hard in a teenage life.
Oh, for sure. Those are like the worst years.
Yeah.
Those I feel like basically middle school.
Yeah.
Basically from like the time you hit puberty to like the end and then some. Those are like
adult life. Like
those are like the growing pains years. Those are like the years where like you discover who you are. Like people are gonna come and go in your life.
That's just life.
Yeah. But especially I feel like during those years, like I said, people are gonna come and go. You're gonna be into stuff that, you know, you're not gonna be into later. It's just like a transition phase. Even after that, people still try and figure shit out.
And it's interesting. Like, obviously we're 9 years apart. So
I was gonna say you've seen like how I was when I was your age compared to now. I don't think anything's drastically changed, but
no,
other than my hair.
I didn't want to go there. But since you brought it up, I'm still not gonna go there.
I went from Harry Potter to respectable citizen of society.
Yeah, but just, I think sometimes, when I get to these topics, I am speechless because I just don't know what it feels like for someone to not be who they are within a group, and they want to they kind of fake it, and it's themselves changing. Is that everybody should be who they want to be. Just the main important thing is just don't be an asshole to people.
True.
Just don't be an
be
ass.
nice to everybody, man. Like even when I was in school,
going back to the golden rule. They didn't teach us that when everyone was growing up, just for shits and giggles.
What's the golden rule?
Treat others the way you wanted to be treated.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, even like when I was in school, like, I was nice to everyone from the captain of the football team to the captain of the chess team. I treated the janitor with just as much as respect as I treated the principal, because who the hell am I to go around and basically tell people you're less than me and act like they are? That just doesn't sit well with me. I don't get it. I don't know why I feel like some people feel like they're designated as God on earth and decide to choose how to treat people and stuff, And like I said, that's just me. So I'm for people that know me, I don't really like drama. I'm just low key. I am who I am. If you want to hang out with me, great. If not, awesome. I really don't. I don't lose any sleep at night. I sleep like a baby.
Exactly. I feel the same way. I feel like us in the straps, and when people watch, they either know us or are fans of us or don't. They're gonna be like, "Oh wow, look at these two. They're just full of shit going on." No. And that's what you got to be accepting. No, I'm not full of shit. I'm telling you how I feel and how I want. You can take it how it is. You might, if you don't like it, that's fine. You could say we're being fake right now just because there's a camera on us and we're trying to grow. No, why? That doesn't make sense. That makes no sense because if we do get bigger, there's no reason to change to remember our humble beginnings of where we came from.
When we do get bigger, it's going to be because of who we were from day one. And very simple. Like I said, and with anything you do in life,
people are gonna probably try tear us down or contact us oh, look, why are you guys being that fake on this episode? And that's how it's gonna be. And I think I've just come to accept it. Just ignore. You can argue all you want, but they don't care. They're missing something part in their life that they're feeling bad for, and that's the reason that they take it back on you. They take it out on you. And it's sad. That's how it is.
That's the reality. Instead of using that time to bash people, why don't you use that time to make yourself better?
Yeah.
That's just common sense.
It is.
I don't know. For some, it might be easier said than done. Like I said, we're not perfect.
I'm not. Yeah.
We have our moments, but at the end of the day, I try and reflect on them and say, okay, this happened today. Did I want this to happen? No. Okay. How could I be? How could I do this? How could I be better going forward? That's all. I feel like a lot of people don't do a lot of reflecting anymore.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. If you just do some self-reflection at the end of the day, at least you've done something. I don't care if you sat on the couch all day and watch TV. If you take a minute and just give yourself an honest assessment of who you are and where you want to go, I consider that a victory, even if you don't do jack the whole day.
Doing this episode, no, we didn't know where this was going to take us.
I'll be honest, I've just been exhausted. Over the weekend, obviously we did episode 6, dropped on, filmed it on Thursday, dropped on Saturday. Obviously a lot of, editing the clips out. It's a lot that I'm learning in this whole process.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying it's a learning process. It's a learning experience. And when you go into it with an open mind, you're better off.
Yeah.
If I didn't care, if you didn't care, and if our team didn't care, we would just drop it the day of.
Yeah.
But we want to put out good content and good quality.
Yeah.
Obviously it's tedious in the beginning, but what isn't in life? If you really care about something, you're going to put your time and effort into it. Yeah. It's not just podcasting, obviously. Are you going to have mental breakdowns, but are you going to feel discouraged? Yeah, outbursts. Are you going to feel discouraged? Yeah. But at the end of the day,
as long as you can move forward and make up.
Yeah, and people know that that's not who you really are. That's just in the moment. It's happened a lot, I'll be honest. But, especially, I feel like a lot has to do with, being locked in lockdown pretty much.
You eventually get on somebody's nerve.
It's human nature. Exactly. Anybody that says otherwise is full of it.
Yeah.
I
don't think we wouldn't do this episode if me or my brother were comfortable enough to take the time and say what we believe.
And I think the biggest thing too
knowing
is
with critics out there today and critics that we will know might know going in that are gonna criticize this video, like I said, that are saying, oh, they're fake right now. This isn't them. We know who they are.
Obviously not, but anyway. Yeah. But like I was saying, everything I feel like we've said up until this point is like, it's just common sense. Everybody goes through it. We're not saying anything new that's like revelations. Like,
yeah,
everybody has felt this way in some point in their life. And if people, for those who say they haven't, then I'm gonna call your bluff on that. But that's, like I said, that's just how you grow as a person.
Yeah.
You got to go through shit in life, ups, downs. As Forrest Gump says, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
A lot of people quote that line and joke about it, but it's really if you think about it, it's so true. But damn, this might be our deepest episode yet.
For sure, yet. Ever? Yeah, we'll definitely rank top 5. It depends. Depends. We don't know what that episode is. Like, God, like, people after this, I get people that will ask, "Oh, what's the next episode?" God, fine, or whatever I feel.
Whatever we feel. That's the beauty of it.
Whatever I feel, and I'll get to it. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, there's few things I think we will talk about in upcoming episodes, like regarding it going back to sports. I just want to take a time after we did the first 6.
Yeah.
I felt
we're more than just dudes talking about sports.
Yeah, I felt it was right to do an episode like this so people got to know us really, and not just, oh, there's like the sports minded, like our human nature. Felt
kind of getting kind of like a bio blast. Who are the Katz brothers?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know us, obviously, that are watching us.
They just know of us.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, you could tell. Like for me personally, I not just doing a podcast, but I do watch a lot of podcasts. Obviously, Rogan's, All the Smoke. See what else is out there.
T-Fuck.
Yeah, Blow the Belt. I think everything we pretty much listed in episode 1.
Yeah.
All right, what about you? What have you been watching? Same old?
Yeah, same as you, probably Rogan. All the Smoke. People,
I just need to be entertained right now.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the toughest thing to do, is to find entertainment. But if you get into a new routine, like even a healthier routine, and for your life, as long as you're making a positive impact on your life, that's all that matters. But it's always about if you're gonna do change for the better.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't go backwards. Yes, is life gonna take you 5 steps forwards and 10 steps backwards? Yeah, that's just life. It's a cycle of life. Yeah, the cycle of life. The cycle of life at times might be ugly, but no, you gotta know what's on the other side. There's always, when they're downs, there's gonna be ups. When there's ups, there's gonna be downs. Life is a roller coaster. Life for me,
at 16, what is life for you?
Is a game. You're playing the game of life. You know how they gave you the board game of life? You know how they came with that concept? Based it off life. You gotta play life. You're in control of your own life. You play the game. Just play the game of life. But play it how you want to play it, not how others want to play it. And if you can play it the way you want to play it, and you're satisfied and you're happy with yourself, then that's good for you. That's a healthy life choice.
In your eyes, you won life.
You won life. At the end of the day, you can look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, damn, I did everything I could to have a positive day and impact. I gave 100% to whatever, and I felt like I made an impact on me or others, or you did something good. That's life. It's literally not what others think, but you personally, to sit down, look at yourself in the mirror, look at the man in the mirror. It's the toughest challenge.
Woman. The man or woman in the mirror.
Sorry, my bad.
Look at the person in the mirror.
Okay. Now I feel like shit.
No, you're fine. I'm just messing with you.
I know. I don't like it.
I know. But as your older brother, it's my job.
I don't like it.
All right. I'm just going to shut up now.
Good. If you're going to sit down and look at the person in the mirror, that's your toughest challenge in life, is you. I think Rocky said that, but he was talking about a boxing match. But regardless, the toughest challenge in life.
He said the toughest opponent.
The toughest opponent in life will be you.
He's the one staring right back at you.
Yeah. Exactly. Glad we got that covered. I'm glad you completed the full Rocky quote. Feel accomplished for you. I hope you feel accomplished.
I'm trying to help you out.
I wasn't trying to go for the Rocky quote. I was just trying to say something.
I apologize. Let's take that back then.
No, I'm not editing. That editing team can just leave that in. I really don't care.
I thought you were trying the Rocky quote, but you're right. Like you said.
If I was trying the Rocky quote, I always said the Rocky quote.
I thought you were getting choked up with emotion. Okay, I apologize.
Well, there you go. That's what you get with us. You're in a serious moment. We're gonna break a laugh. We're gonna shoot, brother.
Oh, sorry.
I need more water in this. And of course, no one's here tonight, so I'll do it myself.
Look at that. Do it yourself guy.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm a top guy. I'm not really a top guy.
You're a DIY kind of guy.
Yeah, of course. You know, a lot of people don't think that, though.
What do we just say about this? What was this whole episode about?
If you're happy, that's all that matters in life. But I'm just saying.
Are you happy pouring that water?
You know, it's very satisfying coming out of this. I'm very intrigued, if I'm being honest. I feel like I'm posed. I'm going to be like a model.
Oh, God.
Model for, like, bottles or something.
A bottle model?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a bottle model. But
it's a shirt right there.
I've had other good sayings that could be on shirts. Still waiting on them. I don't know what our merchandising team is waiting for. But it is what it is. I'll just keep waiting.
The holidays are coming up.
My birthday. Be a good shirt. In like 2 months, my birthday is. 4th of July is coming.
I know when your birthday is.
Oh, good. How old am I? How old am I going to be?
Oh, 17.
Listen, that's a whole different story. And I don't think it should be implemented into this serious episode. I really don't. No.
Why are you talking with an accent?
I never talk with an accent. Excuse me. Don't ever say. Are you saying I'm a fraud? Are you trying to accuse me of fraud? Because now we might have to start this whole episode over if you're trying to accuse me as a fraud.
No, you were doing it so well. I think you're upset because I quoted you on the Rocky quote.
I don't get upset.
That's good.
I don't get angry. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Who, I've never told you that.
It's a parent quote.
I know. You call me a parent?
Did I say that? No, I don't think I said.
You're big game John.
Why are you trying to break the fourth wall right now? Today is not the day to break the fourth wall. Today was to keep everything being in front of us. Get with it. I really don't think, off camera, you might get your ass whooped right after this episode.
Bring it.
I'm
really spoiling for a fight.
I think you really are. 'Cause it's been like 3 weeks since we had that grappling match, and you really just want my foot up your ass right now.
I mean, if you get by through my superior grappling, maybe.
Superior. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Your superior grappling? Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Okay. I already said this first, but please, for the love of God, someone out there that has a ring or know somebody that can get me a ring or they can build them themselves.
We'll even take the old TNA 6-sided ring.
Hell no, never. Or I will never find that 6-sided or 8-sided octagon piece of shit ring.
Why are you shit on Uncle Dana?
I want a 4x4 ring. I mean,
that's all I gotta say. 4x4, 20x20.
Exactly. That's what I want. Everybody out there, please contact us. I will put on a show. I promise.
Last time I checked, it takes two to tango in a wrestling match.
Really? I thought I was just going to go wrestle the broom out there or a pillow.
I thought you were going to be a Kenny Omega and wrestle the blow-up doll.
Oh, I've seen that clip there. Have you seen this DM?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, new episode dropped today. Speaking of them.
Of being the Elite BTE. Another podcast we watch. Or not,
ironically.
A video blog. I apologize.
Ironically, they actually did a Matt Hardy segment on that episode about blading, and he explained blading, ironically, actually.
God, we're just on top of the game. That's what I love about us. We go from a serious topic, and obviously we don't want the viewers to go home on a somber note. So we show our personalities at the end.
Of course. Like, come on. Like, you got to be serious in some points, and I felt like today would have been a perfect day.
Right. That's why we came in unscripted, no laptop. Just in the wrestling terms, we had a shoot. Hip. We had a shoot, brother.
Yeah.
You know what would be a good poll?
Make my day. Make my day.
Who would love to see us in a one-on-one wrestling match?
I think a lot of people would.
I think we should put that to a poll.
I don't think that needs to be a poll. I'm begging. I am begging. Somebody please get me a ring.
Listen, you build us the ring, we'll do the rest.
It'll be magic, I promise. You will not be disappointed. You want to charge service? You want to make profit? Fine. They will not be disappointed.
We are the marquee.
They're trying to take a shot at Tom Ricketts because the marquee channel hasn't come yet.
Oh, well, maybe we should hurry that up then.
Well, with what baseball? Because Mr. Scott fucking Boris.
Scotty boy.
You know,
Scott Weirdo.
Maybe we'll talk about a little bit of sports.
Oh, come on. This whole segment just went to sports. Just let it out.
Okay. Obviously, there's been new proposals today by the MLB. It was like 50 games, full pay. And then there was like 114 like over the weekend.
What have we officially missed? Two months, right?
Dude, they want to start June 30th, dude.
June 30th spring training or June 30th the opening day?
Opening day, I think, dude. Oh. They're a mess. I already covered them on MLB versus MLBPA in a fiery rant on Scott Borders.
And where can you find that fiery rant?
Kattzbros Podcast on YouTube. Sorry, Kattzbros Podcast on YouTube. This was a really good episode. I really think it had a little bit of everything.
I agree.
We had life lessons. We had our backstory. We had sports a little bit. Well, I don't know what more to do. Like, it was a really good episode. But
you know what I find interesting? Speaking about, sports, specifically wrestling. When there's ever like a contract negotiation, there's a table, something always goes wrong. Just saying. Side note.
Oh, I don't see a contract in front of me, so I don't think this will go wrong, if that's what you're trying to say.
I mean, I haven't heard anything about a ring yet, so I guess you're right for now.
Listen, I'm begging anybody out there, please, that knows how to build one even. We will put the effort to build one just so we can find it. You won't be disappointed.
Just make it safe. That's all I ask for.
You won't be disappointed, I promise. But all in all, this was when I came to you today, or when you came to me today or yesterday, you're like, oh, what are we doing on this stuff? So I'm like, we're gonna talk about life of quarantine. You're probably like, oh, you thought I was probably like shitting with you.
Well, here's the thing: you were playing your video game, so I don't want to disturb you. So I figured I'll just come back and ask later.
And then
out of respect.
And then when you did, I said we're gonna talk about life in quarantine.
So then I was,
but it really wasn't life in quarantine. It was just life.
Right, life.
Life with the Kattzbros.
Should we do a giveaway? So a winner could spend a day in the life with the Kattzbros.
I mean, I don't know.
They better bring their wrestling boots.
If they build me a ring, yeah. I really want a ring. Like, I can't tell you. Like, I always want a ring.
I do too. I think that'd be fun.
It would be a great time. It would be a fucking blast. But
who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe one day.
One day, hopefully. Down the road.
Like VKM says, never say never.
He also... Oh my god, Jesus. My bad.
He also what?
He also says, when we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Yeah, that too. He says a lot. My favorite is when he sings "Stand Back."
Oh, but
oh man.
With all being said, this was a good life talk with the Kattzbros on episode 7, and I can't wait for you guys to watch. I hope you enjoy this when it drops. Like I was really looking forward to it. I really had a good time shooting this, but with all that,
we'll definitely have more episodes like this in the future. Yeah. I just felt that this was kind of a nice way, especially with kind of the state that we're all in right now. Kind of just, just have a real heart-to-heart with the Katz brothers.
Yeah. So with that being said, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms, and you can take us on the road with Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Because if you don't want to listen to us or see our beautiful face, you can just take us on the road and you don't have to worry about it.
On that note, everybody stay safe. We appreciate all the love and support, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.